NFL Experts, where today we're going to be doing a special draft episode where we're going to be live with NFL Draft Geeks. So we're going to be going over some of the main topics in the NFL Draft, about some of the high top players in the NFL Draft.
All right, Louie. Now, which first-round draft pick do you think will make the biggest impact in the first season? Which, in other words, is who do you think will be the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, that's a good question because there's so many elite players that are coming into the draft this year. But I think it's going to be offense, just like last year with Cam Newton. And I'm going to say right now, I am big on RG3, Robert Griffin III, and I have him being the Rookie of the Year next year. I think with Mike Shanahan and the Shanahan coaches, I just think that the coaches are already in place in Washington. Like, the thing I don't like about Luck's situation in Indianapolis is that their coach was just fired last year, Caldwell, so they're not having like a strong front office to build around right now. And I think Washington's got everything put in place, and they got receivers to work with.
Yeah, but I would still say that Reggie Wayne is better than the Redskins receivers. And with Andrew Luck, I know that you're a big Robert Griffin fan, and there's a lot of things that have been, that Robert Griffin kind of beats Luck in, but you got to admit, people think how fast Griffin is, but they don't really know how fast Luck is. He's as fast as Cam Newton. He ran the same as him in the combine. So
yeah, that's a great. You hit the spot. Luck's mobility is really underrated.
Yeah.
He ran the same thing around as Cam Newton did last year. So, but the thing is just with RG3 is this is a mobile quarterback league, and I just think he's just more mobile. He's got a better arm.
Yeah, but Luck, he's a great NFL quarterback. He was good. He would go first overall to the Panthers if we decided to last year.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so now we're going to go live with NFL Draft Geeks. Hi, you're on air.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going good. So we were just talking about who in the first round would be the top pick. Who would be the Rookie of the Year this year is going to make the biggest impact in their first season. Who do you think that's going to be drafted in the first round is going to make the biggest impact?
Okay, talking offense or defense?
We're talking all around. First round Rookie of the Year.
First round Rookie of the Year. I'll go with Trent Richardson, running back Alabama. It kind of worries me that likely he's going to go to the Cleveland Browns, which usually seems to be kind of a career ender for a lot of people, but I think Richardson is fantastic. He's been the best running back in college football for 3 years. Even when they had Mark Ingram, he's 220 pounds. He's one of the most physical, powerful running backs I've ever seen. He runs people over, he breaks tackles left and right, but he's got tremendous speed, 4.4 speed. He's an incredible one of those Adrian Peterson type running backs that you only get once every 10 years. I think he's going to be great, but it just worries me that he's going to Cleveland.
Yeah, it's true. I really think Richardson has all the pieces in place to be exactly like an Adrian Peterson. But just like you said, if he does go to the Cleveland Browns, it's going to be really hard to get going there. But I think maybe they don't even draft him, maybe because they got a lot of other holes. Dave,
yeah, but also, are you worried about Richardson's knee injury he had, which limited him in the combine?
No, I'm not worried about it at all. It got checked out at the combine. All the NFL teams saw it, and there was no issue with it at all. You saw last year what happened to Daquan Bowers, defensive end from Clemson. Nobody even knew he had a knee injury until the combine, and then once they found out about it, he went from being a top 5 pick to falling in the second round. So, they all looked at Richardson's knee. They're all fine with it. He just had his pro day at Alabama, and he's all good to go.
Yeah, so now this is kind of a fantasy question, but which rookie this year will make the biggest splash in fantasy, do you think?
Fantasy. I'll go with Trent Richardson. We already talked about him. He's going to be the starting running back. They got Montero Hardesty there, but it's going to be Richardson. But I'll go with Kendall Wright, the wide receiver from Baylor. I don't think he's as good as a lot of people think he is. He's not a number one receiver, but I think he's ready to play, and he reminds me a lot of a Victor Cruz type player. I think he's going to go in the later first round, so that means he's probably going to go to a pretty solid team. Right now I've got him projected to go to Cincinnati, so if he gets to go there with Andy Dalton and A.J. Green, he can be the number 2 receiver. I think he'd put up really big stats. Whereas if you look at a guy like Justin Blackman or Michael Floyd, those guys are both much better receivers, but they're going to be playing with bad quarterbacks, and they'll pretty much be the only receiver on the team. Whereas Kendall Wright, he's very fast, he can work the slot, he's going to get a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns, but he'll have A.J. Green there to kind of take some of the burden off.
All right, yeah, but I've got RG3. He's mobile, so his rushing yards and rushing touchdowns will get him even more points than just passing, and he's got a tremendous arm.
Yeah, I think I actually have Justin Blackman. I think I drafted A.J. Green last year, and I think rookie receivers have really been doing great from last year. You look at Julio Jones and A.J. Green, who both had breakout years, and I just think, Blackman, if he can go to the right team, I even think if he goes to the St. Louis Rams with Sam Bradford there as young quarterback there, I just think he would be a really good player to draft, maybe even second round. Yeah, but I got Blackman.
Yeah, all right. Another question: who do you think will have a better career overall, Andrew Luck or Robert Griffin III?
That's a tough call. I think they're both great, and usually I don't really like mobile quarterbacks. I really didn't like Cam Newton at all last year, and I still am not sold on Cam Newton. But these guys are both great. They're both so smart. They both got great arms, and even Andrew Luck is athletic. But they'll both be great, but I think Andrew Luck is just slightly better. I think he's very, very so smart. He's incredibly smart. He's got everything you want. The thing that kind of scares me with RG3, the only thing, he's blown out his ACL before, and the way he plays the game, I think he's durable. I don't know if he's durable enough to be so running the ball so much and not get injured. I kind of get concerned about that. And I don't know. I think RG3 will take a little bit more time. Maybe he'd be best suited to sit a little bit, which I don't think is going to happen. But Andrew Luck, he's ready to play right now. He doesn't need to. He played in an NFL-style offense at Stanford. He played under Jim Harbaugh. He's ready to go right now. Whereas RG3, he's great, but he's a little bit more.
Fan of the mobile quarterback, so I highly disagree. I think Robert Griffin's going to have I think both of them. Don't get me wrong. I think they're both going to have great careers. But I think this league is just becoming a mobile quarterback league. I do agree with you in this part where you're worried about them getting hurt, like Michael Vick, great example. But a lot of people do not. They underestimate Griffin's potential, great skills in the pocket. He's a great pocket passer. Watching him last year, I just thought he looked very comfortable in the pocket. So I think the Redskins can get a good line around him. I think that's really good. Dave, how about you?
Yeah, I'd also have Robert Griffin III with a better career. I love mobile quarterbacks as well, but the Colts I think the Colts made a mistake when they dropped Dallas Clark, and good thing is that they got Wayne back, but the Redskins, they signed Pierre Garçon and Josh Morgan. So I think he'll just have a better career.
Okay, so now another question. Michael Floyd, do you think that he is top 10 worthy of a top 10 overall pick?
Yeah, I do. I love Michael Floyd. I in my newest mock draft, I've got him going number 7 to Jacksonville, and I really think he'll be worth that selection. Talent-wise, if you look at him just, off the field, he's got just as good a skills as Justin Blackman, if not better. He's an inch taller, he's faster, he's very strong, he's got better hands, but he comes with a little bit of risk factor. He hasn't produced like Justin Blackman has. Justin Blackman's been a consistent producer the last 2 years. Michael Floyd, he's been in trouble a little bit off the field, but most people, he seems to really have matured the last year or two, and most people aren't too worried about that. But I love Michael Floyd. I think he's every bit as good, and he's going to be a number one receiver in the league for a long time.
Yeah, I'm another big fan of Michael Floyd. I think he's got great size, and I think he's going to be a great receiver for some team. I have him going 8th overall to the Miami Dolphins. I think with the loss of Brandon Marshall, they're going to need to bring in some weapons before they get a quarterback. I was really impressed with Matt Moore last year, and I think Floyd's going to have great red zone. He reminds me of a young Plaxico Burress. So I mean, I'm thinking maybe if he doesn't get in the top 10, I'm thinking I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so I'm thinking maybe the Eagles, Plaxico wanted to go there, but maybe just get a younger Plaxico. But he's got great hand speed. Dave, how do you feel? How do you feel about Floyd?
Well, I feel that he'll definitely go in the top 10. Probably around 7 to 10. I'm hoping he can go 10 to the Buffalo Bills, because the Bills, the receiver is really the only thing they need right now, and offensive line. But yeah, he's definitely a top 10 pick. All right, now who do you think's better, Justin Blackmon or Michael Floyd? Who do you think's gonna have a better career?
Blackman. Like we were just talking about with Luck and RG3, they're both great. I love them both, but Blackman is just a little bit better, and there's no concern with him. Last 2 years, I think he's got like 25 touchdowns in 2 years, and he's just a beast. They're both great, but I'll take Blackman.
Yeah, I agree. I like Blackman a little more, but I think they're both going to be stellar receivers in this league. But I agree with you. I love Blackman's hands. Is he a tall receiver? I'm not really sure how big he is. He's taller.
He's 6'1",
yeah.
so he's not like Calvin Johnson tall, but
yeah, but he's got good size. That's why I think. Yeah, and that's why I think if you can put him in a place where he has a young quarterback now, it is kind of like the Matt Stafford, Calvin Johnson situation, where you can get two young quarterbacks and receivers to work over the years. I think Blackman would be a great fit there, and I think he'll have a better career. Dave.
Yeah, I've got Blackman going forth to the Rams, and with Bradford there, I think they'd work good together, and I think that Blackman will have a better career.
Okay, thanks for joining us. It was really great talking to you. You knew a lot. Thanks for taking your time out of the day and joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was good talking with you guys. Yeah, check out the site, NFLDraftGeek.com. The one thing to tell everyone about is you can create your own mock draft on there. There's not very many sites like that. You can't go on to Mel Kiper. You can't do that there. You can go on and create your own mock draft, 1 round mock draft, 7-round mock draft. Or you can create a mock draft for your favorite team, 7 rounds for your favorite team. So check it out.
All right, cool. We'll be sure to do that. All right, thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
All right, Dave, so now it's just me and you. Dave, so now...
Oh, yeah, okay, so now we're going to discuss just for a minute or two. Louie, here, I'm going to ask you a question. What do you think Dallas is going to do with their first-round pick?
Dallas is a very interesting situation. I do not like Dallas, clearly. I'm an Eagles fan, but they have they're kind of like the same situation where they need defensive tackle. So I think Fletcher Cox from Mississippi State would be a great fit. He really rushes the passer great, and I think he's not as good as a guy like Dontari Poe. He's not as well. No, he's not. He's better. He's just as good. He's not as NFL ready as Dontari Poe from Memphis is. Mm-hmm. So I got them taking Fletcher Cox 14th overall. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Cox would be a good fit there. With DeMarco Murray having that amazing season last year, their running back is good. Romo, I think, is pretty good, and maybe an offensive lineman. But if not, defensive tackle would be perfect. Okay.
Last topic. We got the New York Jets. A very interesting situation. Dave, what do you think they do first overall? First round.
I think they go receiver. Not sure which receiver, but I think he'd be any receiver would be good there. They lost Burris and Holmes, I believe, and I know that everyone's talking about their quarterback situation, but a running back is what they need.
Okay, yeah, I have them getting Kendall Wright from Baylor. I agree with you. They don't have a lot of receivers. With the loss of Plaxico, I think it's going to be big that they recover. All right, so we're about done here.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for joining us. We'll have another show next week, Tuesday, and pretty much every Tuesday. Be sure to check out our YouTube page at youtube.com/NFLExperts and subscribe to us.
See you later.
Bye.